Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, good morning, konnichiwa. It's Ken at 10. How are you today? If you haven't been here before, welcome along. We broadcast every day from our estate agency offices based in southwest London, southwest 16 Norbury to be precise, which if you don't know is between Streatham and Croydon. Today I'm going to give you a report on the ONS statistics for property prices in a moment, and we'll do that towards the end of the show. And in terms of what's going on here today, the weather it's a gorgeous day, actually chilly, but nice and bright, little bit of a breeze out there, proper winter's day. And today we always have these days where we have one particular property that comes live and it's the hot one. And so all the calls are flying in and, can I view this one? Can I view this one? And we kind of stack up all the viewings. We never do more than one viewing at once. We always give our buyers the opportunity to view on their own. But invariably, when you've got a property that is so popular, you'll get winners and losers. And that's always frustrating for people. And obviously, when you don't get the property, it can really feel quite personal. We had that the other week, as many of you will know. And, we always say it's very transparent as far as we're concerned. You make an offer, it will always go to our client. We'll disclose who you are and what your buying position is once you've proven to us that you have the deposit, what that deposit is, etc. And, it's always the case that we show everybody and then we relay the facts to the vendor and then a decision is made about a buyer. We never run more than one buyer because we know that that's even more frustrating for the losing party. So a decision has to be made, and that means you have to get winners and losers, unfortunately. And that's the nature of property in a really busy market. I'm not complaining, but I do feel for people that lose out in these circumstances because obviously only one person can buy a property. Some agencies will run 2-3 buyers at the same time, sometimes without even informing the buyers, believe it or not. We will never do that. We'll always give advice to our vendors, take instructions from them in terms of where they want to go. And it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's the money and they want as much money as they can get, and right and properly, we will try our best to do that. But it's not just that. Sometimes by having a more substantial deposit or being a seasoned buyer, someone that's bought before, or that can do it very quickly. Sometimes if you can't use money as an argument, you can use time, say, well, actually my offer is X, but I can exchange in 2 weeks, for instance. Might be very attractive to certain clients that have found a property and don't want to lose their chain. So how are you today? I hope you're doing well. It seems weird being in tier 3 lockdown, and I can't see any noticeable quietening in the streets or the roads. Everything looks busier than ever. And now Boris tells us we might have to eat outside with Granny. Very weird times. In terms of what we've got coming up for you, a couple of isolation inspirations coming up, which we're looking forward to presenting for you. One with the lovely Dr. Georgia Ladbury, our local epidemiologist. She is fascinating. We've had her on twice now, and the views always go into the many thousands because obviously we're all interested in what's going on, and particularly now with the vaccines out there, new strain of COVID in the southeast as well. It'd be interesting to get her take on where we are, what's happening going forward, and what her opinions are on how we should stay safe and stay protected over the holiday period. So we're looking forward to her coming on and doing a live with us soon, and we'll make sure that you're updated as to when that will be. Probably 11. We normally do them at 11 o'clock in the morning. And the other one, we've spoken for some time now, Ian Dawson, our great friend and funny character, Viv the Spiv, will be coming on. I'm hoping to do something Christmas week, next week with him as well, because he's always a delight to have on. Really is a ray of sunshine, comes on, lots of jokes and puns, and it's nice to lighten the mood a bit after something like a talk about the virus and everything else. So I hope you're having a good day. Let's get on to those stats from the ONS. There's a record average price now of house prices in the UK, the record average price of £245,000, and London is the most pricey at £491,000. So that hasn't changed. What has changed has been an annual jump in the number of searches for office, workspace and working from home. 326% increase. Obviously, the pandemic has led to this. And I think what's also happened is employers have been surprised by the level of productivity that they've managed to get from employees that are working from home. And employees working from home have been surprised that they can do their jobs and enjoy the family at the same time. So lots and lots of people looking for that home office space and wondering how they can create it in the homes that they're buying. And outside space at a massive premium as well. If you have a garden, some people are even saying, well, as long as it's got a communal garden, but most people are looking for private gardens in one way or another. Any outside space, balconies, anything without any outside space is tending to lose out slightly on that. And particularly, we're finding that 3-bedroom family homes in our area with a £500,000 price mark are the kind of sweet spot. Everybody is looking in that price range. So many buyers, so many families looking to get into that family home. Flats are getting a little busier this week, we found as well. A few more investor buyers out there. They're looking for things with long leases, low outgoings. And that's encouraging to see the investor buyers coming back in. When the smart money's coming back in, you know something's going on. And of course, there's a saving for them as well. Not quite so significant. They'll still pay the 3% buy-to-let premium, but aside from that, or second home premium, I should say. But apart from that, we are starting to see an increase in our own landlords as well getting back out there, which is great. As far as the day's concerned, actually still really busy. Unbelievable on one particular property. As I say, we've got that sweet spot, one property of the week that's come live, and we know that every other call will be that today. It just goes that way, and it's frustrating because obviously there are other properties that we want to sell as well, and we do cross-sell. Obviously, take those inquiries and say, I know you're looking at that one, but actually we've got these 3 as well. Why don't you consider having a look at those? So always looking to cross those inquiries over. Apart from that, hope you're having a great day and staying safe and well. Meeting we had yesterday in the office, I was saying to the guys, the most important thing is to stay safe now. I do think that, you know, with the uptake and with the tier 3, there's a reason for all this, and that is that the pandemic's still out there and still going nuts. So make sure you keep yourself and your family safe, even if you're young. You know, speaking to somebody yesterday who was saying that, you know, they've lost a sense of taste and smell, and they're self-isolating at the moment and hoping that it will come back. And when you think about it, being without sense of taste and smell must be awful, mustn't it? Gosh. Might be handy with some sense of smell in some cases, who knows? But yeah, really quite shocking. And of course, the thought of transmitting that to someone who could then pass from it is quite shocking. So I hope you have a great day today. We'll be back same time tomorrow with another Ken at 10. And in the meantime, we'll update you on when Dr. George Ladbury, the epidemiologist, will be on the show. Stay safe. Speak to you then.